Hey there. So, if you are a founder of a tech startup, one of the questions that you probably have all the time is, I have an idea. What exactly should I build? So, my name's Chris McClure, founder of McClure Dev Solutions, and I've been working in software for about 10 years. And I work with early stage founders to help them build the software they need. And the goal is to save them some money and some time along the way. So, in this video, I want to do a quick recap. A lot of founders out there have an idea, but don't know exactly what to build. So, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, there are mainly three types of applications that need to be built. So, number one, and this is the most popular and most likely without knowing much about your application, it's going to be a web application. That is some sort of website that you go to that does logic behind the scenes. Facebook is a web application. Amazon is. So that's how you're going to do your logic. That's how you're going to solve your customer's problem with the logic that's behind the web app. Because our second type is a desktop application, which people still use and there's still lots of need for it, but it's a little bit harder because you have to install it on someone's computer. You have to make sure they get updates. But desktop applications are really, really good for prototypes. And the third one, and this is the one I hear people come to me all the time, is they say, Chris, I need a mobile app. I got to be in the App Store. And sure, there are some situations where this applies and this is real, and that's perfectly fine. But overall, I kind of push back on people a little bit. Again, it's your app. We can do whatever you want. But generally, what I think a lot of times is either a web app that's mobile friendly is probably the better way to go. And the reason for that, there's a lot of work and a lot of time that goes into making an app work, testing on an app, because you have to have emulators and other sorts of systems. Plus, you have to get things into the Google Store or the Apple Store for an app to work. Now, again, not a big deal. If that's your end goal, it's perfectly doable. But what's a problem is every time you want to make a change, you have to push it to the App Store and they have to do some sort of approval process. Now, I know there's other types of ways to work around it, but if you just want to make a good old-fashioned app, that's usually how it goes. And so the benefit, especially in the early part where you just want to validate your idea, you want to see it out there and you want to get customers to test it, which is always the number one thing, a web